Good morning. We're back to share a cup of coffee and get my day started. Hopefully, get your day started. Yesterday, I was doing some interviews, and one of the new applicants put that she changes diapers on her resume. And I had to quickly correct her. Everybody in the room that was part of the interview were like, oh no, because in our company, we don't allow that term. And I want to know, how did we get to a place to where we referred to adults wearing diapers? I get it. I get it. I understand that from a marketing side, that's what it is. Why? Why was it ever allowed to be that? Why wasn't it given more of a dignified name? Why wasn't it given a proper introduction into our market with respect and dignity? And my only thought process in that is we reached that place in our society where we no longer thought of our seniors that way. We no longer cared about the respect and the dignity that we offered. We no longer cared about how we were treating them as far as maintaining their self esteem, and it became more of doing task. Tell people when I interview all the time, I'm not looking for task doers, I'm looking for care providers, caregivers, not task doers. And so anybody can get in there and they can do the tasks that a caregiver does, the activities of daily living, the assistance in those. But how many can do it and preserve dignity and preserve a person's sense of worth? And that's what we're after in this company. And that's what I hope all of you are after learning how to do. So how do you do that? How do you preserve dignity? How do you preserve and provide respect and self-worth? You stop treating an adult like they're a child. You stop treating them like they're going backwards through from adulthood to infancy. You treat them like you want to be treated when you get there. And so, no, we don't change diapers. We assist adults who are incontinent and with hygiene and by changing depends or briefs or panties or underwear. But that word just comes up with such a negative connotation when you come to an adulthood. And I've said it before, when we were potty training our children, we often said, I'm guilty of it. I know my mom was guilty of it. And I know other parents in my age group and even younger, my girls, only babies pee their pants. Big girls don't pee their pants. Big boys don't pee their pants. And so we automatically, from youth, from a young age, we embed it into our psyche that, when that happens, we're now here. We're now juvenile again. We're now an infant again. And then when, because of disease, because of illness, because of injury, because of whatever reason, an adult has an issue with incontinence, all of a sudden we roll them right back into that infancy. You don't do a feeding assist on a baby. You help a baby learn how to feed themselves. You teach a baby how to eat until they have the muscle control to do so. And with an adult, you do a feeding assist because they no longer have the muscle control or the stamina or the ability or the cognition to do this themselves. So there's a total difference, and we've got to stop doing that. We've got to stop emphasizing our adults, and we've got to start treating our seniors with the respect that's due them. That's what I'm all about. That's what I want to teach on. That's what I do teach on, is a way to start viewing things from their eyes. Stop viewing it from the position of all the extra burden or things that you feel like are on you, and start viewing it from, how does it feel to not be able to take care of yourself anymore? How does it feel to need assistance in that area? And how does that make me as an adult feel? And let's stop enforcing the thought process of being a burden, or the thought process of being worthless, or the thought process of being too much work, and and start enforcing oh my gosh, I love to just sit and talk to you. I love to hear your stories. I love to listen to the history that you have lived through. I want you to talk to the kids, the grandkids. I would give anything if my mom was still around and able to explain to my grandkids some of the things that she lived through. I would give anything for her to be able to share those stories. So let's start embracing those stories. Let's start embracing the people, embracing who they are and what they have been through, and then the assistance, the tasks that we have to do, the things that we as the care providers have to do become a whole lot easier, because we're no longer seeing it from a position of inability, but we're seeing it from a position of respect and dignity, and where I'm going to want what I'm going to want and what I'm going to need then. I think that's probably where we're going to handle this for the first week or so. It's just heavy on my heart that care needs to provide more dignity. I think we've gotten away from that because we're so busy, and I teach on that as well. So let's have a cup of coffee again tomorrow, see where we go with this, and see what this series does. It's totally unscripted. All right, have a great day, guys. See you tomorrow morning.